We have trade deadline impacts. We're going to get through all of the big moves that affect us in fantasy. After that, though, we got Keep It Open or Close It Out. We're always answering your start-sit questions on Wednesdays and Back to the Futures to close the show with our best futures bets. Let's get right into it here because we had a move that struck very early in the trade deadline final day yesterday. Jakobi Meyers goes from the Raiders, finally gets out of the Raiders, goes to Jacksonville. Yeah. I think this is one, Matthew, where you look around at it and go, okay, well, what is the impact? Because on paper, this is a crowded Jacksonville wide receiver room, but on the injury report, it actually could be thin very early on.
For sure. I mean, obviously, Travis Hunter is already out. Let's see, Brian Thomas Jr. He's dealing with this is it a high ankle?
The classic high ankle. That's a low grade high ankle.
I don't know what that means. It just sounds bad. I think there's a certain scenario where Brian Thomas Jr. doesn't play this weekend, or if he does, he's less than 100%. So then you're sitting there with Travis Hunter, and who knows when he's coming back, right? He's on IR. So Jakobi Meyers, who wanted out, who's been productive, basically likely replaces. At full health, he likely replaces Travis Hunter as their primary slot guy, but he can play inside and out, as can Parker Washington. I think that Diami Brown also, I think, in the concussion protocol. So to your point, I think that in an ideal world, until Travis Hunter comes back, in an ideal world, you've got Parker Washington can play out. I think it's Parker Washington, not in that order. It's BTJ, Jakobi Meyers, Parker Washington in that order when they go three wide, and I think it's Meyers and BTJ when they're two wide. Right? It's sort of what I think happens here, at least this week. It's going to take Meyers a little while to get up to speed. I do think Parker Washington could still be a viable, low-end wide receiver 3 in PPR leagues this week only, because it's going to take a little while to Meyers to get up and BTJ's banged up. But long-term, I think, first Sunday of next year, in theory, BTJ, Jakobi Meyers in the slot, Travis Hunter on the outside, or they swap back and forth because I don't know that it moves up Trevor Lawrence anymore this week. We're going to get to him and keep it open, close it out. I guess it helps him because it's another viable pass catcher, but I don't know that it moves the needle for you feel good about Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, by the way, the Jags are 1.5-point dogs in that game in Houston, and Davis Mills is expected to start. CJ Stroud's in concussion protocol, and the reporting has been that's trending in the right direction. Yeah. I don't think the Jags are amazing, but how are they dogs against Davis Mills?
Texans defense is viewed that highly. Yeah. It really is, whether you agree or not.
Well, it's Davis Mills. He didn't look great.
But neither is Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence has been inconsistent, and they're banged up on the offensive side here.
Yeah, I think
this is a game that I personally wouldn't even think about touching. Way too many variables.
I'm all in Jags. Screw it. Jags
win.
Jags
Be a man that takes a stand.
Jags plus 1.5?
Yeah.
Somebody
the 16th best team
to.
in the NFL gets it done on the road in Houston against Will Anderson and friends. I think, fantasy-wise, I think the biggest impact is just Brian Thomas Jr.'s ceiling, again, gets diminished. It's been gradually diminishing, but this hurts him. Parker Washington, I do think, is going to continue to be viable because he is still the slot guy. And he showed what he could do against the Raiders, where he was Trevor Lawrence's number one option. There's a degree of comfort there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Trevor Lawrence is QB 18 on a points-per-game basis so far, and that's been pushed up by some rushing touchdowns, which you don't always expect from the Traveler. I think moving forward, Jakobi Meyers is probably a low-end wide receiver 3. I think Brian Thomas Jr. probably a low-end wide receiver 2 until, again, it just hasn't been the kind of year we hoped from him. But, on the season, he's wide receiver 39 in points per game. Now, he's been better recently, but, to your point, I just think he's got a 21% target share with Jakobi Meyers there, who's always been a pretty good target earner in his career. I think that comes down here. Aaron Cashman asks, guys, Parker Washington or Xavier Worthy rest of season? Wow. It's amazing that that's a question.
Xavier Worthy still.
Xavier Worthy, I agree with you. Give me Patrick Mahomes over Trevor Lawrence throwing the ball. Xavier Worthy's still going to be pretty much an every down player and just have an explosiveness that Parker Washington doesn't. And I do think that, again, Meyers will take some of the slot targets. Washington can play outside, Connor, but that's not where you want him.
Yeah,
right.
We like him as a slot merchant and a slot merchant only.
Yeah. Slot, exactly.
Yeah, him and Brenton Strange.
Yes.
Just different variables of slot merchants.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, by the way. Brenton Strange is likely come back in about 2 weeks.
They missed him a lot in this offense. They clearly have. I like Jakobi Meyers' floor now in this offense just because I think, man, it does not look good for Brian Thomas Jr. this year. And it's when you hear Liam Cohen speak about it, it's not reassuring.
No.
Either. They clearly wanted a veteran wide receiver that they could rely on in this offense.
Yeah, I think the the real strange thing is that he's not going over the middle and putting his body on the line on those plays, which they're clearly not happy about.
And now he's hurt.
And now he's hurt.
He's got some alligator arms to him a little bit.
Yeah, the thing with him as a prospect always was he's this freak athlete. He's got great size. He can take the top off the defense, throw him a screen, and he can run by you. But like everything else in the middle, not to play hindsight, because I liked him as much as anyone, was a work in progress.
Yeah.
And this year it's kind of looked like a work in progress.
He's the first ever Mac Jones merchant in the history of the NFL.
Oh, Kendrick Bourne.
Kendrick Bourne as well.
Who's the second? But
Yes.
he's the second
Yes.
Mac Jones
That's
merchant.
Yes, it's unbelievable. The man can only succeed with Mac Jones.
Build
Trevor
up-
Lawrence and he can't do it.
Build the entire plane out of Mac Jones is what they say. Let's look at the Raiders side of this.
But either way, like to your point, like Jakobi Meyers being a veteran here, and for them going out, and at least while he goes from Las Vegas to Jacksonville. I mean, the Jags are in it. The Raiders just have no chance.
Favorites
Like
to make
the Jaguars, they're favorites to make the playoffs.
Yeah. And they're like plus 300 to chase down my Colts in the AFC South, which they won't be doing. Colts
No,
in that
of
division.
course. No.
But the schedule's pretty friendly.
Yeah.
They're probably going to play Davis Mills this week.
Yeah.
And will win that game, as I've declared, on this national streaming service. So, yeah, the Jags are very much in the hunt. They're going to be playing meaningful games the rest of the way.
Which I just think helps the sort of, he wanted out.
Look
and
at
just
the
I think a
schedule.
fresh start.
They're still going to play the Titans twice.
Yeah,
they get to play
you're
the
right.
Jets. Jets have no humans left.
Home to the Chargers, so that's a
amazing.
West Coast team traveling east.
At
the
the Cards,
Cardinals,
they'll be favored there.
right. Week 14 against the Colts are tough, but right. Week 16 at the Broncos tough, but you're right. 2 games against the Titans, game against the Jets. Cardinals don't scare you. They get Davis Mills this week. Yeah, I mean they're
5-3, and they have no game is a guaranteed win in the NFL,
Yeah.
but they have 3 pretty close to just chalk them up wins. 2 against the Titans and 1 against the Jets. That's 8. You probably only need 1 or 2 more, and then you're in. So,
you're right. Yeah, fair enough.
Producer Steven is going to have a nervous January watching his Jags get stomped by the Chiefs.
Whatever bar it was.
I was just going to say he's going to have to go to that sad Jaguars bar in New York City.
It's like 8 people.
There's exactly.
4 Blake Bortles jerseys.
Right, Mark Brunell jerseys. Tony Baselli jerseys. It's all
odd teal shots when they score.
It's going to be great. They'll be plus 7.5 in Buffalo and lose by 20.
We should do the show from there.
No, we shouldn't. No,
we actually should.
No, we should do the show from there.
We should do the show for there. I'm 1,000%.
I think it's a health risk.
If they make the playoffs, we should do the show.
We should do from the share.
That's what I'm going to.
Even by the way, it can just be the 3 of us in like an iPhone.
Oh yeah, no, we don't look like this.
Yeah,
We're
we don't need NBC to pony up money. Like we'll just go
We're
there
gonna go.
and we'll stream live on my Instagram or something. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and Rotoworld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.